Hey, what's up guys, Daniel here in the tech studio. I got the chance to drive the new Grand Cherokee L, and this just might be my next car. Let's get into it. So let's get the specs out of the way. This is the Jeep Grand Cherokee L, which is the new 3-row version of the Grand Cherokee. Standard 3.6 liter V6 engine producing 290 horsepower, 260 pound-feet of torque, mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. If you're looking for the 5.7 liter Hemi V8, that's only available in the very top tip-tap-top Summit Reserve trim, which starts at $64,000. So MPG is average for the 3-row segment, 19 city, 26 on the highway. And this particular Jeep is the altitude trim, if you're wondering. So first time seeing it, I was in love. I love the black wheels and the dark gray color. If I were to get one, which by the end of this year, I mean, I would literally get it exactly like this. Again, this is a 3-row SUV. It's a big, long vehicle, and we'll see more of that 3-row in a bit. We got LEDs all around, standard. I really like the front face. Looks very manly, like it's ready to do manly things.
Spend $80,000 on a truck and don't use it to do any truck things. Be a man.
Side profile looks great, as well as the back with its slim tail lights. I would call this handsome. It's a handsome car, like me. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the design. Oh yeah, while you're down there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, please, and thank you. Now let's hop on the inside. This interior, in my smooth brain, is basically luxury. Everything feels high quality. You really do get a lot for your money in this interior. Now you can get this as a 7 or a 6-seater. By the way, this one is a 6-seater. Starting with the second row, very comfy. They slide and recline, so tons and tons of room. You get climate controls with vents on the sides, 4 USB ports, and a full 115 volt outlet like you get in your house. Back in the third row, oh yeah, I really banged my knee trying to get in, so you know, be careful. The second row folds down for easy access to the third row. It's actually nicely appointed back here. You get 2 USB ports per person, a cup holder, and air vents. Usually the third row is more of an afterthought, but not in the Jeep. At 5'7", I'm surprised because I actually kind of fit, although the second row needs to push their seat up. I wouldn't put adults back here beyond a quick drive. If you're looking for a true third row for adults, honestly, you're only probably going to find that in a Suburban or a minivan. So now in the front seat is a lovely place to spend time. You will notice a sea of black plastic, which may be a deal breaker for some people. I don't mind it. I kind of like it. Seats are very comfy. Never got fatigued after a whole day of driving and exploring up the coast of California. Everything your hands touch feels like high quality. Nothing in here really feels cheap. And finally, the cargo room is pretty great. Folding down the seats is easy and you get some extra cargo under the floor. All right, now, as for tech, we got dual zone climate controls, heated seats, and a steering wheel, 4 USB ports, including USB and USB-C. So if we're counting, that's 12 USB ports, a 12 volt outlet, and a full-on 115 volt outlet, and a wireless charger. Sensational. I don't think even I have enough devices to plug in here. Only an 8.4-inch screen, but it has the latest Uconnect 5.0. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are standard and wireless, which is crazy. I didn't know that was a thing. The bigger 10-inch screen is only available on trims higher than the altitude, which really sucks, but the 8-inch doesn't feel like a penalty box. Moving into the cockpit, the steering wheel is also very handsome. Leather wrapped, heated paddle shifters. The big digital gauge cluster is actually standard, which is pretty bonkers. Most of the competition has that as an option. This is probably my favorite screen because of this 5-card view that gives me all the info I need and then some. All in one screen. I don't gotta dig through menus or anything. It's perfect. Push button start, of course. Adaptive cruise control with stop and go. And lane keeping assist is standard. I love when companies make safety tech standard. Unfortunately, no sunroof on this particular one, but it is available. Now, let's see how it drives. Okay, so this is one of the very, very few SUVs that are rear-wheel drive that isn't a luxury car. I think the only other two would be the Ford Explorer and the Dodge Durango, which is already in the family. This can be had with all-wheel drive, but here in California, that's not really necessary. And I mentioned that because my first impression of how this car handles is it fucking rips. It shreds these mountain roads because of that rear wheel drive. I've never had so much fun driving an SUV. I think this might be the first rear wheel drive SUV I've driven actually. So the handling between this and say a RAV4 or a Highlander is night and day. Even the base model Mustang, a sports car, was not as much fun as this. If you're thinking a V6 isn't enough for this big SUV, don't worry, it's definitely plenty of power. Let me know in the comments below the last car you drove that blew you away. Now, the ride itself is also excellent. Very comfortable, very quiet, very composed. Everything about this car is it's like having a butler, or at least what I imagine having a butler would be like. For example, I have 6 charging options to choose from, yet the Android Auto is wireless. The ride is plush and exquisite. The lane keeping assist is gentle and reassuring. Side note, I drove an Audi Q7 recently, and that was like driving an evil big brother. The lane keep assist would literally shove you back into your lane after you already exited your lane. It was brutal and probably really unsafe. Hate that car. Anyways, here the lane keeping is a gentle force of nature. Like the car just floats back into the lane. No drama, no fuss. It's like, oh my dear Watson, you appear to have driven over the line. Let me adjust that for you, sir. I love this car so much. Again, the rear wheel drive is the most fun I've had driving a car in a while, especially in a big 3-row SUV. If you're shopping for an SUV, this needs to be the top of your list. Please give this a test drive if you get the chance. It is superb. Everything about it is amazing. Handling, ride, the tech, comfort. Truly my favorite SUV I've driven so far. Honestly, probably gonna be my next car. So, what do you think of the new Grand Cherokee? Do you like it? What's your favorite SUV? Sound off in the comments below. I'd love to do more car reviews, so go ahead and interact with this video if you want to see more. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace.